Hello student, I am Kadambini Balakrishna Patil, teacher in mathematics, presently working with Deccan Education Societies, Willingdon College, Sangli. Okay, we have started with our topic indefinite integration, in which we saw many methods. Also, we saw the method of substitution or substitution method, integration by parts in the last lecture. I have given you homework also. You solve the homework first. And now keep your pen, pencil, notebook ready. We'll begin with our next topic with our PowerPoint presentation. Okay, we saw our one formula. Which formula we saw? We saw as the first one formula, that is integration of root of a square minus x square by using integration by parts. That is nothing but x by 2 root of a square minus x square plus a square upon 2 sine inverse of x by a plus constant of integration. Okay, and we have seen this formula with proof. So now next formula is similar kind. Look at here, it is integral of a square plus x square. Here you are having a square minus x square, but you will have x by 2 root of x square plus a square as same term, because here whatever in sign you will get the same term. Now a square upon 2 log of x plus, because it is a plus sign, you are already studied. This is nothing but log of x plus root of x square plus a square. Now look at the third formula. It is root of x square minus a square dx. So it is x by 2 as it is. Here hence you are having the negative sign, you will get the minus sign here. Otherwise this term as it is. But only thing is that it is given here x square minus a square. So you are having x square minus a square. And here it is given a square plus x square. So you are able to write as root of x square plus a square. This way you are able to remember this formula. Why I am comparing here with the last example, or you can say last lecture, that is because you must remember this formula. And now we'll see how to simplify this second one. You are able to solve third one also. Now we'll integrate as usual. This is nothing but it is given integration of root of a square plus x square, and we'll write this as 1 dx. Okay, now we know that we'll select this as, I will use another color. So we'll select this as 1. 1 is not a differentiable function. I told you in the last lecture, if you differentiate, you are not able to get the value. So this becomes v and this becomes u. So by integration of parts or parts integration, what you will get? You will get this as, look at here, this is nothing but it is integration. First I will write your theorem, because that theorem is very important. So what way you will write your theorem? Your theorem is nothing but, we'll begin with the theorem, integration of u into v dx is equal to u into integration of v dx minus integration. Now bracket u dash means derivative of u, integration of v dx, this is one bracket, and this complete again integrable. Okay, this is the meaning of our theorem. So once if you will start with our integration, I equal to integration of root of a square plus x square into 1 dx. Okay, this one as v. So by formula what you will get, this is nothing but root of a square plus x square. As you know that this is your u and this one is your v. By formula only we are writing. Okay, so we'll write the formula as root of a square plus x square, then integration of 1 dx minus derivative of, whose derivative you are taking? Derivative of root of a square plus x square into, now this is a product, so this bracket, and you are having another bracket, that is integration of 1 dx and complete product into dx. That means again you need to integrate. So what you will get here, this is integration of 1 dx is x root of a square plus x square. This term as it is. Now minus, here is the problem. Now derivative gives you root sign derivative is 1 upon 2 root a square plus x square, and you are having derivative of a square plus x square. A square derivative is 0 as it is a constant, and x square derivative is 2x into integral 1 dx is there. So you will get x, and complete term is whatever the multiplication is, that is integrable function. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. So you left with, what you are left with, x root of a square plus x square, okay, minus integrable x into x is x square upon root of a square plus x square dx. Okay, as usual, whatever is in the denominator, the same value we want for the numerator, not with the root sign, but whatever inside the root sign. So we'll make that adjustment. So what the adjustment we'll have? We'll have the adjustment as, this is x as it is, root of, that is x square plus a square as it is. Then you are having minus integration of, this is your last term, which is nothing but root of a square plus x square dx. Now you need to add and subtract a square. So you will get this as x into root of x square plus a square and minus x square plus a square minus a square upon root of a square plus x square dx. Okay, now we'll separate the term. You will get this as x root of x square plus a square minus, what is minus? Now we'll separate out x square plus a square or a square plus x square. It's a addition upon root of a square plus x square. Then minus plus, but before that I will write minus sign here itself, a square upon root of a square plus x square dx. Okay, so these are the two terms, and this is nothing but, you are able to write as x root x square plus a square or a square plus x square minus integral. Now I'll separate out. This is root of a square plus x square bracket square. Okay, because I will write in terms of root only so that it will get simplified, upon a square plus x square dx. Now minus of minus is plus a square integral 1 upon root of a square plus x square dx. Now I know the formula for this, and here one root will get cancelled. So I left with x root of x square plus a square. Then I will have minus integral, because one root is cancelled, so denominator is cancelled. You left with numerator, that is a square plus x square dx plus a square. Now you know the formula for this, which we are already studied. What is that formula? That formula is log of. Mod you are able to use, but this is a x plus root of a square plus x square plus constant of integration, and this is nothing but I, which is given to you. So you will get this as I equal to x plus root of x square plus a square minus I plus a square log x plus root of a square plus x square plus constant of integration. I'll take I to that side. Once if I'll take I to that side, what I will get? I will get I plus I is equal to, this is equal to x root a square plus x square plus a square log of x plus root of a square plus x square plus constant of integration. Now this is nothing but 2i equal to x root of a square plus x square plus a square log of x plus root of a square plus x square. This root sign is complete, plus constant of integration. Now if you will divide throughout by 2, you will get I equal to x by 2 integral a square plus x square plus a square by 2 log x plus root of a square plus x square plus constant of integration divided by 2 it is, but what I will write? I will write c dash, okay, or capital C, whatever may be. So finally I will get integration of root of a square plus x square dx is given by x by 2 root a square plus x square plus a square upon 2 log x plus root of a square plus x square plus constant of integration capital C as capital C equal to C upon 2. Okay, this value I will substituted here. Hence, your this formula. Similarly, in place of minus plus, you are able to use minus. That is nothing but integration of root x square minus a square. You will get same value. That is, I am able to write here. You are already, I have given that formula also. So what was that? It is x by 2. You are having root of, that is x square minus a square, and you will get this as, now you are having minus sign. So you will have the minus sign. This way you have to remember. When you are having plus sign here, you will get the plus sign. Here you are having a minus sign, and you are able to write your complete formula which we have already studied. Okay, these formulas we are already studied. I will show you again. That is nothing but our this slide, that is this formula x square minus x square dx equal to x by 2 root of x square. So these two formulas, and out of which we are studied this formula. And same method, look at here. I told you this is same method because I am able to write here as this is x square plus a square. So you are having the same one. It is commutative. So you will get the same value throughout. So this way these two formulas, and we'll come across our next, that is nothing but we will come across our next exercise for which we are evaluating different type of integrals. One more types are there, and what are those types? That is nothing but again you are having, so look at here. First you are substituted, then you are having in parts, then in that substitution also some laws are there. From that also you got some formulas. Again by parts you got 3 formulas. Again there are the types of integral, which is nothing but integral of px plus q. And you know that if it is in the denominator ax square plus bx plus c, or integral of px plus q upon root of ax square plus bx plus c, you know what is the substitution. The same way we'll evaluate this type of integral also. And what are these types? That I will show you. The types are nothing but integral px plus q root of ax square plus bx plus c into dx. Okay, now in previously it is in the denominator. Here you are having a product. So what you had to do, you had to replace, or you can express px plus q. What way you are able to express that? That is nothing but px plus q equal to a into derivative, that is derivative of whatever is inside the root sign, ax square plus bx plus c plus b. Okay, this way you are able to express. Then by comparing the coefficients, you will get the values of a and b. Okay, once if you got the values of a and b, it's easy to evaluate by your usual methods which we are already learned. Okay, that's why I told you that we are already studied px plus q upon root of ax square plus bx plus c. Look at here. What is the difference here? Here you are having a product. Here you are having a division. But we are using same method to find the values of a and b. This way you try to connect with integral. Okay. So we'll start with the next one. That is nothing but our integral of another type. And what is that integral? You are having the derivatives and the combination of exponential function. So what is that? This is also called as, you can say, corollary for the product of the functions, or you can say it is a corollary for integration by parts also. So whatever way you want to use it, but whatever way you want to find the value is nothing but substitution. So again all the things come across and we'll come to the last by the substitution only. So what to substitute, that is important. Now look at here, what is given? Fx and f dash x. So if you want to substitute for the fx, that means you want to substitute for e raised to x also. So e raised to x is a part of both the functions. So we'll start with that, means we'll multiply and we'll substitute. We'll get the function, and that is nothing but again by integration of 1 dt. So how you are getting that, we'll find out that. So this is nothing but substitute e raised to x fx equal to t. That means you need to multiply here. So what you will get here, this is nothing but integral e raised to x fx plus e raised to x f dash x. And you know that you are using derivative rule. So here e raised to x fx equal to t. Differentiating, what we'll get here as e raised to x f dash x plus e raised to x fx equal to dt upon dx, because we are differentiating with respect to x. I have mentioned here that we are differentiating with respect to x, means you are differentiating this with respect to x and t is also with respect to x. So once if you are differentiated, you take e raised to x common from left hand side, you left with fx plus f dash x, because you are using here derivative formula u into v. So what is u into v? U into v dash plus v into u dash. Dash means derivative. So here this is u and this is v. So u into v dash plus v into u dash. You will get the same value, that is e raised to x f dash x plus e raised to x fx equal to dt upon x. So if you will take e raised to x common, you left with fx plus f dash x equal to dt upon dx. Now take dx to this side. So what you will get? By definition of integration, you will get this as integrating. Definition you are using here. So by definition of integration, you will get e raised to x fx plus f dash of x dx equal to t plus constant of integration. Once if you are integrating means what? This d by dt goes to this side. So you will, d by dx goes to this side. It's not dt, this side. You will get as integrating e raised to x fx plus f dash x dx equal to t plus c. And what is t? T is nothing but e raised to x fx. So that will give you the value as integration of e raised to x fx plus f dash x dx equal to e raised to x fx plus constant of integration. We'll take one example for that. What is an example? E raised to x means you are having a function here. Its derivative is here. That type of function we want. So what is the derivative of tan x? That is sec square x dx. Now if you will integrate this one is fx, this one is f dash x. That means not necessary to think also. You know that you will get e raised to x and the whatever the first function is e raised to x tan x plus constant of integration. Okay. So this way this formula works. that you are able to separate out whenever you are having exponential function with any other function. First try to write in this form. If you are able to write in this form, you are able to use this type also, or this formula also. So we'll start with our exercise 3.3. What are the examples in exercise 3.3? You are having so many examples in 3.3 that is going to be, means you can say you are using that type of examples here where you are having trigonometric function, logarithmic function, algebraic function and exponential function also, so that you are able to select properly. Okay. And here, now look at here. So we'll begin with whatever is in the red color. I told you many times, those examples I will solve and the remaining are homework for you. So we'll start with that. So look at here, the first example. First example is x square log x dx. Now problem starts with which function you will select as a integrable function and which function you will select as a differentiable function. So now which one is integrable? Because if you will integrate x square, you know that power will increase, and after again x raised to 4 upon 4 and continuous. So the integration will not stop anywhere. Or you select in the order LIATE, in which this is algebraic function and this is logarithmic function. That means logarithmic function is u and this is as v. Okay. So if you select this as u, now look at here there. So if you select this as v, I told you that power will increase and you will not stop integrating. So you need to reverse it. So what way you will reverse it? That is, if you will differentiate, you will get your value. So we'll start that. Okay. So we'll get this as, this one as, you know that this one as u, this one as v. Or this one as v or this one as u. I told you that your rule LIATE. Okay. So where is L? L is here. And where is algebraic function? Here. And what was the statement in the last lecture? You have to select the first function which is in the order first. So what is your order? This is the order. So which function? Logarithmic function. It is here. That means you have to select this as u. As a u means differentiable function. Differentiable. This way we'll start. Okay. And now keep this in mind. This is your u. This one is your v. We'll start with the example. I equal to integrable x square log x dx. So integrable, I'll change the order because this is a product you are able to write. Now I'll use formula. So you'll get log x integrable x square dx. I told you this is u and this one is v. So integrable x square dx minus integrable of derivative of log x, integrable of x square dx into dx. Okay. So what is your formula? That formula every time you need to write or you have to keep in mind and use it. Anyways, you will get this x cube upon 3. Look at here. This is log x cube upon 3. As you are using integration of x raised to n dx is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus constant of integration. Okay. So you will get this as x cube upon 3 log x minus. Now derivative of log x. Derivative of log x is 1 upon x. Then you know already we are used here. So it is x cube upon 3 which you will get here also, x cube upon 3 dx. Now this is x cube log x upon 3. Okay, upon 3. So you are able to write x cube log x upon 3 or x cube upon 3 log x minus. Now simplification. 1x will get cancelled. The power will be 2. So integration of x square upon 3 dx. So now integration of x square upon 3 means what? you are able to write this as x cube log x upon 3 minus 1 upon 3 outside the integral sign, as it is a constant, you will get x square dx. And once if you will get the x square dx, you know the formula, that is x cube upon 3 plus constant. So what is the value? Your value is nothing but x cube log x minus 1 upon 3 x cube upon 3 plus constant of integration. 3 into 3 is 9. So final answer will be x cube upon 9, 3 log x minus 1 plus constant of integration. That is from here itself. This is x cube log x upon 3 minus x cube upon 9 plus constant of integration. If you want 9 as a LCM, 9 I will write here. It becomes 3x cube log x minus x cube, and I am able to take that x cube upon 9 common, and 3 log x minus 1 plus constant. Okay, now look at here. So this is x cube upon 3, 3 log x minus 1 plus constant of integration, and here this 3 is important. You are able to write the answer again in another way also. This x cube upon 9 and use the log form, that is log of x raised to 3 minus 1 plus constant of integration. This is also another answer. Why this is another answer? I am giving this multiple choice question answer. So here you are able to write this way also, log x cube minus 1 plus constant of integration, and this one is separately from here, and we'll stop here. We'll continue in the next lecture. Okay, in this lecture we are started with our exercise 3.3. We took the first example with reference to our formula. We'll continue in next lecture. Thank you.